incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 4th and long. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. With a quick bounce out line. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
DBs out there for the Steelers. 3rd down. Staying with Walker. He only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. He finds him beyond the marker. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Darnold. And he'll score a touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of the preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field positions. They get set 1st and 10.
319. Hey, take 26. Hey, 88.
Back to work after throwing the pick. That's to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. 12 yards on that play and a good call. Nets him the first.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Steelers.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. 7-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They've got a first to begin the frame. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Demarcus Lawrence.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. That's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Now Darnold, fourth down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. First and 10. Now here's Rodgers. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down. Still at the 40 here. Second and 10. Here's Rodgers. It's a screen play to Warren. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Rodgers. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both tote the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
This one intended for the running back. So that brings them to third down.
319, 630.
They'll throw third and long. Finds him on the slant. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A Nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Hey, you need go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Check 30.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit. That brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Throwing again, Rodgers. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Jeez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Inside of field goal range, but the kicker ain't moving. They're going for this. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
1st and 10, Darnold. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A 28-yard pickup there. And that gives the Seahawks the first. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Free inside the 30. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
A 37-yard attempt.
Hey.
Whatever you get in the oven, is it done?
Yeah.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit.
You've already had
Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out.
Now take it out for me.
Myers' kick is good. And our first half ends with 3 points. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your #1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Could lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
This is Walker on second. He's got room to roam. And he's going to be brought down in enemy